pits of all kinds have decided they're going to take the domestic truck industry's model and just raise the price 3 or 4 times just because there's a demand for shit. They're just capitalizing on people's demand and fear of missing out. Everything's overpriced.
Especially when there's hype around it.
Hype sells.
Thanks for tuning into the Smokeless Podcast. I'm Nick Pencis from Stanley's famous Pit Barbecue in East Texas. I'm here with, as always, the legendary Wayne Mueller from Louie Mueller Barbecue down in Taylor, Texas, Vic Berry from Cork, Ireland, and Justin Forton is MIA today. He didn't show up, you guys. I need y'all to send Justin nasty emails. Say, I can't believe that you stood your boys up. Actually, he didn't. He told us he wasn't going to be able to make it. Something came up. Which happens. Shit happens, right? So what were you guys up to this weekend?
My daughter's 12th birthday was on Friday, so kind of...
Happy birthday.
Yeah, for sure, dude. 12 years just goes by way too quick. I was an emotional wreck the night before. My wife was just looking at me going, will you ever just stop your bullshit? So that's been it. I had a scratched corneal abrasion yesterday on this eye, so I must go get that checked out over the next couple of days. Yeah. So other than that, all is good.
Well, how'd that happen? How'd that happen? Did you get in a fight? Splinter?
You know, it's Irish drinking and fighting. That's the way it goes. No, I've had this thing for years that my eyes dry out. So the lens sticks to the lid when I'm asleep.
It's making my eyes water just thinking about it. How convenient that you've got a torn cornea while you're being emotional about your daughter's birthday. Yeah, coincidentally, I also had a torn cornea this weekend. Oh,
really?
Oh, yeah, yeah. My eye,
college, right?
My eye was watering all weekend, bud. Yeah, dropped them off at college. You can see the Texas flag is no longer behind me. That made it.
Oh shit! He took it
to the dorm room. Yeah, which was super cool.
That's cool. So when's he coming back home? Be holidays?
Thanksgiving, November.
Thanksgiving.
But I'll be we're going up to see him in 2 weeks. This is the first home football game. It's a shit dorm room. He has no AC.
Oh fuck.
It's tiny. I'm getting seeing all these pictures of his buddies' dorm rooms. Like one of his buddies went to Kentucky and he has his own room and it's like brand new. It looks like some super slick badass apartment.
Shit.
Meanwhile, G-Man's he literally is like, it's a jail cell, Dad. He's like, the only thing we're missing in here is a stainless steel toilet.
Yeah. It's they're all built in Army barrack style way back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s. Yeah. I mean, when I was at Lubbock at Tech, they still had fucking dorms that were like that were no air conditioned, just boxes, tiny brick, just, compartmentalized. It was a mini barrack is all it was. Yeah. Sad.
At least
have evolved.
At least they're in the edge of the Blue Ridge Mountains, so it does get cool. It is cool. Still, yeah, dude.
What? Fuck, dude. I think you're more bummed about it than he is, probably.
I mean, I'm bummed that he's there, like for sure. Like it's beautiful up there. I was sad to leave because I was just like,
of course,
my God, it's gorgeous up here.
Well, it's his time. It's his time to blossom.
I know.
You guys done a great job in setting him up for that. So now let's see how far his curiosity and determination will take him.
There you go. Roll the dice.
It's all a roll of the dice.
And Erica's done. You went to it. Yeah.
She's done. Yeah. But I mean, she was already considering graduate school then. And part of that is because she's really had a difficult time even finding internships in her industry.
Mm-hmm.
And does she even stay in that industry? Or does she look to just take on another skill set that may be more applicable now that she knows more, or to buy her more time? Who knows? But she was talking about it a year ago. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if within the next 2 semesters she decides, I'm going to go back to school.
Would she do grad school at A&M or somewhere else?
Probably somewhere else. But, when she didn't want to go to A&M. She really did not want to go to A&M. She wanted to go out of state, and it was right in the middle of COVID. And it's like,
right,
probably not going to happen, dear. She went to A&M because, they admitted her to mechanical engineering, and UT did not. So she was like, okay, well, I'll go to A&M. So she went there, and she met a bunch of people. She met her people. It didn't take long for her to meet her people. And once she met them, then the whole attitude toward the school changed.
But she was playing water polo, right?
She was invited. So it's just club at A&M.
Oh, okay.
And there's a number of her former teammates that she played with and who played before her that were on the team. And so she was invited to come out and play. And she just decided, I have to foot the bill for it. It's, we have to still travel and we have to practice and we got to do all that other crap. And I just think school is going to be more difficult than that for me to just put all these resources toward that. I don't think I'm going to find my people if I'm just hung up with the same high school people that I knew before, in a smaller club. And I think I'll get pigeonholed. And I think she was right about that. So she wanted to play, but decided for her quality of experience, I think she thought better of it. Now, if it had been a paid scholarship thing, I think she would have taken it. I think she would have gone and done that, but it wasn't. So, she went the route she did. She's got some really great friends and, they're just as cosmopolitan as she is. And I think that's a big reason that they all bonded, because they travel around. They've seen lots of things. They've been to most of the large cities. They've been to other countries. They've seen so much of the world, so much more of the world than I did at their age. I knew nothing when I was at their age. I hadn't seen shit,
How long did she study abroad? How long was that program?
That was just a semester.
Okay.
It was a fall semester.
Well, still.
I know. It would have never, it wasn't even a thought, much less a consideration when I was growing up, right? That was something for East Coast people or, Highland Park people in Dallas or, that's the way that I looked at that. That wasn't for people like me. And so for her to be able to do that was, I thought, incredible. And to me, I also thought, wow, okay, you're a strong introvert, but you're willing to put yourself out there like that. That's a big step for you. So I'm really proud of you. That ain't easy.
For sure.
Especially
if I'm assuming everywhere she was in the program was English was being spoken, but still.
Yeah, she got a lot of Italian too. And yeah, the programs were mostly English, but she was with Italian instructors who, she's right there in the middle, in the heart of the Italian Renaissance of the time. And the places, museums, the pieces, they're all still there. And if that's your assignment, that's what you're there for. What better place to do it?
Seriously.
Yeah. So, what happens with her now is I can see graduate school. Like I said, I could see maybe shifting to a different discipline, maybe a complementary one, or maybe something completely different. I don't know. And I could see it being out of state somewhere, not in state, which is what she wanted to do with her undergrad. And we'll see what happens. All I can do is believe in her and wish her the best and help her however I can. But it's her decision.
100%. Right. This weekend accelerated Louie's thinking. She's already taking a gap year and is doing like a bunch of AP classes, all online coursework so that she can travel with me and Jen back and forth to Texas and stuff. But being there on campus this weekend, she's like, I'm ready. She's like, I think I could graduate next year. She's got,
She's what, 15?
Uh-huh. She's got probably 80% or more of the credit she needs to graduate high school already because she's already been in advanced coursework.
Yeah, but the challenge that most people don't look at, parents and kids alike that are gifted in that way, that are put into those higher level environments, is there's an age gap that just doesn't mesh. And she's not able to do a lot of the things that other people are able to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think that can be tough. I mean, you hear many of the geniuses talk about how tough that time was and how they got bullied and all kinds of shit.
Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah.
I listen to Sheldon Cooper talk about it all the time.
Do you? But I mean, truly, the geniuses talk about how isolated they became, and they had to lock onto a professor or two that kind of acted as mentors, almost like surrogate parents for them while they were there, and looked after them and guided them and they're big socially inept. Not, there's a stunting because you're not accepted. You're forced into a retrenchment instead of being more, gregarious.
I love both of those words, retrenchment and gregarious. We do have a really exciting guest coming up in in the next week. Should we talk about that?
Yeah.
Should we drop that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of this super badass chick named Jess Pryles? Yeah. Jess is going to be on the show. She's got a new book coming out, and we got to check out a copy of this book. Wayne, what did you think about the book?
I think it's a great book.
For sure.
You got to look at it. I mean, the photography is great, but the premise of the book and then the progression of the book is tremendous. Starting from basically, you're going to be cutting meats, you're going to be choosing meats. Here's the meats, here's their different names, here's where they come from. Here, let me depict it on a cow for you. We'll throw in a recipe on how to deal with that. But here's the different knives, here's the different equipment you're going to use when you're actually preparing and cooking these. And here's the different ways to actually cook these different meats. And there's a side dish that goes along there with it. But it's all just in-depth education shit with a cookbook sort of added in as icing on top. But
it's really fucking digestible as well.
Yeah, but the information is just it's all organized in an amazing way. I mean, honestly, cookbooks to me are just, it's an attempt to just throw a bunch of shit on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Right? And they're just a series of recipes. And there's, even with that, the thread of connection isn't all that great, but this book has purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It truly is like, I'm going to teach you all about meat. I'm going to teach you what it is, where it comes from, how to grade it. Then I'm going to teach you how to cut it, prepare it, cook it, serve it. I'm going to teach you all of these different methods and how it pairs well with other things. I'm going to show you all of that. It's comprehensive and thorough, as well as visually appealing, and as Vic said, easily digestible. So easily digestible. I have to admit, this would be one book that I would give this book as gifts to people.
Badass.
And when it comes to food books, that's generally not something I think of.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're a meat lover or you're just getting into becoming a meat lover, this is the book for you. It's a really good starter book, because you'll get all your base information here. You can learn basic techniques here, all of it. Figure out what you like to do. She did great. I don't know who helped her with this, or if anybody did, but this should sell well.
Yeah, it's a very different approach, and I think like food photography is an art to itself, but like
seriously,
the cuts and the raw cuts and the way they're photographed.
Yeah,
that's what stuck out to me. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen meat photographed like this. And like, I have more coffee table books than I care to admit around food fucking over the years, and the photography in this is unbelievably good.
It really is. Have you ever been to Texas A&M Meat Sciences, like when they do barbecue 101 or their brisket camps and shit like that? They hold these classes, and they'll bring in like a half carcass, and they'll have it first they'll have the whole carcass, and they'll have the different cuts all broken out for you and show you where all the cuts come from and what they are. It's a great class. This was that. I mean, what she presented was that same class, except you don't have a hanging side of beef in front of you. But she lays it all out for you. I gotta say, it's well done. It's very well done. And the title, Prime Cuts.
Yeah.
Dead on.
That very first picture inside the cover, I'm assuming that's a beautiful, beautiful shot.
All of them are beautiful, man. She must have paid a fortune for the photographer. Seriously. Because Vic's right. I mean, the hardest thing to shoot is food.
Yeah.
By far and away. But and it's not all just one thing, like all prepared or all raw. You've got a nice combination of both. Some as final product, some as in preparation, some as raw, some plated, side by sides. I mean, on fire, in fire, you name it, it's there.
That's really freaking cool that she also advanced this copy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
That's unbelievable.
I started looking at it yesterday, and I was like, holy shit. It would have taken me years, decades to put something like this together. And maybe this is just the culmination of her being, a decade and a half in the industry.
I mean,
creating
she's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
I met her once, and it was a long ass time ago. Chase Colston brought her to Stanley's, and I'm just saying that for the point of being like, yeah, she's been doing this a really long time.
Mm-hmm. About 15 years, I bet. That's about the time she was hanging out with my brother. She was in Austin. She had just moved to Austin, or was trying to get her extended work visa or something, being Australian and all. So she had to deal with that shit.
What was she doing with John?
Learning about barbecue.
Okay. Like working with him, or just, I guess, putting
she
up
did.
with his...
Well, she did. Yeah, she did some marketing for him.
Okay.
And she stopped when he just decided he wasn't going to pay her. He just never paid her, or if he did, it wasn't much.
That's probably a good move on her part.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big one. Y'all stay tuned. Smokeless special episode with Jess Pryles, and
she's self-made. You know,
Prime Cuts.
That's a chick who's self-made
and a total badass.
Yeah, came over focusing on hamburger, shifted to barbecue, and then shifted basically to live fire and all proteins, right? And made her rubs, made her brand, and has just become, you know, in a way, she and Matt Pittman are somewhat similar. They've each sort of developed their niche online with rubs, with accents, with knowledge, with how to prepare these things, and just presenting them in their own ways. But they're both highly successful people. Hats off to both of them. Impressive.
I'd love to talk to Matt again, since he has a podcast studio now and he can do it online. Probably be easier to just have a pop in 15, 20 minutes. Just what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
The state of Matt.
And I really wanted to see if you guys knew anything about the new beef deal that apparently has been struck to import all the ground beef below cost.
All I saw was a crawler somewhere saying that tariff restrictions have been lifted, that the Trump administration had lifted some tariff restrictions on imported beef. It didn't say from where. I was assuming maybe Argentina, but I don't know. But yeah, you had to be thinking it was burger if it's import.
Yeah, says ground beef specifically.
So what is it? And so we all know enough to know right now that doesn't help the local ranchers. That's not going to be a benefit to them, to flood the market. And that's what it sounds like he's attempting to do. While inflation is still very real and it's still climbing, this is just his way of staving that off and kicking the can down the road to show, look, Americans still can afford beef because I'm making it affordable, at least hamburger. I'm bringing the cost of that shit down. When in reality, you're just subsidizing is really all you're doing.
On August 21st, Trump announced a 90-day waiver on out-of-quota tariffs to allow up to 300,000 metric tons of imported ground beef into the U.S. The deal aims to lower grocery costs for working American families by enforcing a commitment to sell this imported beef at 25% below current market price. That can't make the cattle ranchers happy. The origin, no one has clarified the specific countries involved and where this volume of beef is expected to come from. How is the price discount going to actually reach shoppers? What is the quality of the beef? Logistics wise, no one knows the timing of shipments and whether a strained supply chain can handle influx.
Doesn't it make the most sense that it's all these cattle that have been pent up right across the border in Mexico?
Probably.
That they're being held for screwworm fears, and now they've been waiting to go to market for fucking months and months and months and months and months.
Trump has said it's several countries.
Oh, I'm sure it is, and they're probably all south of us. Who else can raise it that cheaply?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a whole bunch of
Brazil, Argentina, Mexico.
You know, like I'm just trying to find what's the straight beef. See
Good
what
luck.
I did there?
I do. Good luck with that.
No, I know. I feel dumb for bringing something up that there's just not a whole lot about, but that's kind of I guess that's the point is, hey, do you guys know anything about this shit? And where to look for the answer? Have you seen any headlines about screwworm? Someone told me this weekend that there was a case in a human.
Where? Those things don't usually jump species like that. I mean,
Well,
I guess they could.
Yeah, if you
They
have
just have to a sore or open wound. I don't know how long it takes a fly to deposit larvae.
Ew
is right, but I mean, how long does that take? I don't know. And it's isolated to that one individual. It doesn't spread. It's the flies that actually do the spreading, you know? So I don't know. It's like the same thing happened with the killer bees in the late 1970s. They were knocking at the door and then they just sort of do a couple of movies and then they disappear.
movies. Screw worm in a world.
Yeah. Well, you might be a little young to remember that sort of shit. But that's what happened.
I remember.
The African killer bees were coming up from the south and they were going to take over the Southwest and we're all going to die. And literally they did. There was like made for TV movies that were done. And then after that, you just never heard about them again.
On August 24th, which is tomorrow, the USDA will reopen the Douglas, Arizona port, which borders Sonora to livestock trade.
Okay, so Trump just announces he's lifting these tariffs, and now this border crossing is now open for meat to cross within 2 days of each other.
The closest active case to this port is 325 miles.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, dog.
Is this part of the 300,000 pounds or tons of beef that's coming into the country? It's just coincidental that he lifts the tariffs and suddenly the screwworm cows are now allowed in, or that the beef from the screwworm cows are allowed in.
Yeah, because it seems my understanding when I keep reading this is it's specifically talking about ground beef.
Yeah, that's already ground and coming into the country.
Yes, sir.
It's not carcass that are coming in or cattle that are coming in. And hamburger always concerns me. Just like sausage stuffing always concerns me. It's not a whole muscle. It's a composite. And all kind of shit can get in there and contaminate that stuff. It's the worst for that kind of thing. It's just the worst. It's always the most troublesome. So, and who's inspecting this shit? USDA? I feel better.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong and I'm just making up. Nope. It says 300,000 metric tons of imported ground beef.
That's different than cows. That's processed. And these people are right. How long has it been in process? How long has it been in transit? How has it been kept in transit? Where's it going and being held? Is all of this, are they freezing it? I hope to God. But is it being frozen thawed? I mean, we don't know anything about that. And if it's USDA inspected, then you don't have to put the country of origin, just the USDA inspection sticker on it. Isn't that what we found out? That it was you decide whether you want to put country of origin on there or not.
That's my recollection.
Yep. So, but they all get USDA inspected, which is, then it must be American. Look, it's got a little red, white, and blue crest thing on it that says USDA. And so it must be okay, right? Trust the FDA, USDA, trust every government agency.
Yeah. No info other than that's happening at some point. Also, coincidentally, tomorrow.
The timing just seems odd to me. It's a little too convenient to me that they would be coming right on the heels of each other like that, in that sequence.
Well, if anybody knows anything, shoot us a message. hello@smokelesspodcast.com. Shoot us links to articles or anything you find that we can share.
Or anything that you know. I mean, if you're some part of this supply chain and you have info, let us know what you see and what's going on. I'm curious as fuck to know. Honestly, it's not that I buy hamburger because I just don't. If I have hamburger, it's ground brisket that I make myself.
Exactly.
I don't go to the store to buy hamburger. I just don't. So I really have no idea about any of it. It's all about what I read. And because again, I just never been a fan.
You're more of a tuna helper kind of guy, right, Wayne?
Tuna helper, George Foreman grill. That's me. Yeah. Yeah. Tuna patties, for sure.
Just as you guys were on about the hamburger there, it reminds me a couple of years ago, there was a restaurant in the city here that the only place in town that would cook your hamburger rare, medium, whatever. Everybody else was like, well fucking done. And turned out they had an outbreak of E. coli because like nobody's washing their hands in the toilets, the staff. That place is still open, but that kind of stigma has never fucking left it.
Yeah. That's like the listeria coming out of Bluebell's creameries and packing plants. How that didn't just demolish that brand is beyond me, because they had multiple cases. It wasn't just once. It kept happening. And it's like, how do you survive that, man? How does Chipotle survive how many food poisonings with E. coli over the span of like 6 months?
Right? Well,
How did they fucking survive that, man?
I guess it just comes down to how informed are people. I'm sure there's a huge amount of people who have no idea any of that even happened. Same with Taco Bell and the freaking lettuce diarrhea virus. How does a company like Taylor Farms absorb all of that?
Yeah,
They just because they're a monopoly.
maybe.
Like we had about 3 months here where there was constant listeria outbreaks from about 2 processing plants, which did everything from these ready microwave meals to fucking chicken to everything. So every second week, one of the big supermarkets had huge recalls. Don't buy this, bring it back. But sure, it's all forgotten about now, and people are going back to eating that whatever shit it is. What's a little bit of listeria, it's fine.
The collective memory is so incredibly short. It demonstrates just how distracted we are.
Because of these fucking things.
Yeah, right. It's a constant daily distraction, minute by minute distraction. Nothing gets linked or anchored into long-term memory. It all is gone. It's there and gone. I don't like it all.
Thanks for writing in with questions and continuing to send us things to talk about. We're going to take a few more questions today. These are kind of short and sweet. And as usual, I won't have a good answer to them, but that's part of the fun. Hey, Wayne, which one of these do you want to read? Yeah, you get to read a listener question.
Let me get to a point where I can read them. So, I'll just start at the top.
Sounds good.
Hey guys, our first wedding anniversaries. This is from Rachel Henderson.
Hey, Rachel.
Rachel, thanks for the write in. Here's your 15 seconds of fame. Hey guys, our first wedding anniversary is coming up in September, and we've always listened to the podcast in the car on road trips. My hubby is itching to get a proper grill. I thought it said proper girl.
Sorry, Rachel.
There goes that wedding.
That's what happens when you don't have your reading glasses on. But I have no idea what to get him. Yeah, this gets better by the moment. I do know he wants to smoke a brisket and ribs, among other things. Any tips on what to look out for? And something that may not break the bank. We've only ever had gas grills, which were cheap and nasty. Thanks. So they're moving away from cheap and nasty. We want a grill that meets the needs for brisket and ribs. What are we looking for? They won't break the bank.
Well, I think, first of all, if you're going to smoke a brisket and you're looking for the right thing, you got to find papers that are big enough to roll that thing up in there, because they're big and,
You need to be on the kit behind you doing rim shots.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to punt this to Vic for a second, because you're much more of a backyard dude than me. I mean, and here's the deal, and I've talked about this a lot. I don't have a smoker at my house because I don't want one. I cook at home at my house with a Blackstone. I have a 36-inch Blackstone that I love. I love cooking on my Blackstone. I don't smoke briskets at my house. I don't smoke meat at my house. Wayne, you don't either.
He's right. I don't either. Nor do I have a Blackstone.
We have a bunch of big toys at the barbecue joint that we smoke meat on. And if I want a brisket, I just go take one and I bring it home. Vic?
If you're just kind of starting out, and no disrespect to somebody who's got a gas grill, but I would say, first off, don't go buying him an offset, as cool as it might look. Even some of the cheaper ones, they won't hold the heat. Fire will be difficult to manage. If you're just starting out, it will hold a brisket. It will smoke a brisket. It will do ribs. I would suggest something like a Weber, like the Master Touch.
Is that like the old school, just the kettle?
Just the old school Weber kettle.
That was what I was going to say.
God damn it.
Damn it.
That's what I would say. I think everybody starts out with one of those. You can set up your minion method, snake method, smoke all day long. It holds the temps pretty well. They used to be built. I know they kind of changed a bit now, but they used to be built like, brick shit houses, they last forever. Mine has been left outside, and I'm in Ireland, so it's constantly raining and there is no rust on it. And it's there well over 10 years. It's just like it's just there. It just exists and it just works. The only thing I've ever changed in it, I think, is the blades, the cleaning system on it. Probably once in the last 5-6 years. Just works. And while it's not set it and forget it, it's kind of close enough to it. I know some folks would be saying, the gas, or hey, what about a pellet grill? Nah, those are banned over in this country as well. So, but that's what I would say anyway, just for something a little bit, bit hands-on, proper fire, proper smoke. I would suggest a Weber or any kind of half decent kettle just to get going. But don't buy them an offset, because you may not make a second wedding anniversary if you get them an offset.
Where are you going to find one anyway? I guess just one of those like the Oklahoma Joe like kind of thing at Academy or Bass Pro. Shit. I mean, I guess they sell those at every home improvement store. I mean, dude, I was in Home Depot this weekend to get stuff for, I had to go get a sheet of 1/4-inch plywood for the dorm room. And just peruse through the smoker section because they just shove it in your face as soon as you walk in the door, which was actually all behind all the Halloween decorations that are all out now. I'm surprised it wasn't fucking Christmas decorations.
Right, exactly.
Shit pisses me off. But dude, like everybody is making some version now of some sort of smoker attachment to even like to gas grills. There's like some sort of side compartment where you can put pellets in there and do the thing. And that was a trip, but they were all really expensive, I thought.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? She wants something that isn't going to break the bank. And, it seems that pits of all kinds have decided they're going to take the domestic truck industry's model and just raise the price 3 or 4 times just because there's a demand for shit. And it doesn't matter if they're better or worse. They're just capitalizing on people's demand and fear of missing out. So, everything's overpriced. Everything's overpriced, way more than it should be. So,
especially when there's hype around it.
Hype sells, especially if everything that seems comparable is costing about the same, then hype really sells. So it's harder and harder. Or you could just go get a used 55-gallon drum of something, burn it out and, weld a couple of rebar legs on it and cut an opening in the side and throw some expanded metal in and call it a day.
Seen that a bunch.
A whole bunch. Yeah.
Well, Rachel,
that was it.
Rachel, thanks for listening. Sorry we weren't super helpful.
Check out the Weber. Check out the Weber.
Yeah.
I think Vic's right. Check out the Weber.
It can be done.
Yeah.
And you get to experiment.
Right. And, if that's something then your husband is really all about and that desire grows and it's just not enough room and you're looking to expand, then, yeah, you may look at something that costs a bit more but it's a bit more functional and, maybe even a little more challenging. So, but start with something that he can use that he doesn't get discouraged on, that he'll just want to quit. It's too easy to do that. Screw it. I'll just stick it in the oven.
I was looking to see if Matt even has a video on how to cook a brisket on a Weber.
He may.
I don't see anything right off the bat.
Chud's would have one. Brad Evans' buddy, Chud's Barbecue, has a Weber kettle series, I think, from a couple of years back.
Well, Rachel, there's a video out there somewhere. Someone's doing it. Good luck and thanks for listening and happy anniversary, you guys. Enjoy many, many, many more road trips together. It's a fun journey. It's also the toughest journey, but you just put in the work. That's the thing with anything that's hard. Just do the damn work. Right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vic, you read this next one from Brandon.
All right. This one's from Brandon Keller. You're cooking for 10 people in the backyard. What's the one meat you absolutely cannot screw up? I've got this one straight off, unless you guys want to jump in first.
Hit it.
I got my answer.
Yeah. Pork butt.
Too.
Yeah.
Pork.
Yeah.
Can't fuck it up. You cannot fuck it up.
Yep. 100%. That's my answer.
Yeah. And it feeds a lot of people and very economical. And you can pretty much find the damn things anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would suggest the bone in rather than the boneless.
Of course. Yeah. And don't be confused. You might see a picnic, which is basically the ham, the leg, but you want a Boston butt bone in pork butt. pork shoulder, all of those things.
Yep.
All right. Hey, let's take it one step further. What would you season it with?
What I have been seasoning my pork shoulders with over the last while has been Meat Church's honey hog.
Hold on. Hello. What's going on?
Disc golf league.
Oh, it's Jordan Jackson, everybody.
Hey, Jordan Jackson.
They all
Hello,
say
everybody.
hi.
Who is they?
Oh, we're recording. Yeah, I guess you can't hear everybody. We're recording a smokeless session right now. But I was calling you because I was going to read you a question and have you give us your answer.
Okay, read it.
We had already moved on, but we're going to go back. So Rachel, whose first anniversary is coming up, her husband is itching to get a proper grill, but she doesn't know what to get him. He wants to smoke a brisket and ribs and other things, but they want to get something that won't break the bank. They've only ever used gas grills, which are cheap and nasty. What's your suggestion for a great versatile backyard thing that they could cook a brisket and ribs and other stuff on?
I would say a workhorse pit. Corner primitives.
Great answer.
Yes, I know Jimmy's got y'all put up to this.
Okay, how about another suggestion that's more accessible and economical
For grilling?
just in the backyard to smoke a brisket or ribs?
Ooh. Man, that's a good question. I like those Weber Smoky Mountains, those tall ones, kind of like a direct heat cooker kind that you can kind of do everything on. I don't know. I'm not much of a backyard cooker on my spare time.
Same. Vic did say just an old school Weber kettle.
Or the that one, or the Smoky Mountain, which is just a little bit more off the coals than the other ones.
Okay.
Don't y'all get me in trouble.
We're not getting you in trouble. We're just I was phoning a friend. I was putting a lifeline out there.
I would say I like those Webers, man. That's just old school. They do a great job, and they're versatile. Those Smoky Mountains are. It's a lot of pandemonium right now out here.
That's okay. We just wanted to see your face right next to my face. Well, thanks for dropping in on us, JJ. I hope you have a great disc golf league day.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Vic.
What's up?
Hey, dude. Love y'all.
Love you,
They
Jordan.
say hey and love you back.
What's Jordan's handicap?
I need love.
Vic wants to know what your handicap is.
I don't know. I usually out here shoot anywhere from 5 under to 9.
Yeah. Good job, bud.
Out everywhere.
All right.
I was almost up in Asheville yesterday. I went on a long mountainous drive with no GPS.
Well, Justin's actually there right now, so you would have seen him.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever done in my adult life. She's Friday.
To just drive with no GPS?
I just got in my truck, went to go get cornmeal, and ended up 100 miles away. Didn't even know where I was. Just followed mountains.
I love that. Well, I'm glad you made it back home, and thanks for calling in. And thanks for, giving Rachel some good advice.
That's where I would go to. I love Weber products personally.
We'll take the endorsement if they don't want to hook you up, since you can't. It's a conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
All right, Jordan.
Love y'all's faces.
Love your face. We'll see you soon, bud.
See you later, bud.
Bye.
Later.
You never know who's going to drop by.
Yeah. That was cool. I love those moments.
Okay. Did we answer Brandon? Yeah, we all said pork butt. Oh, you're talking about seasoning, honey hog.
From Meat Church.
Meat
Yeah.
Church. Okay. I don't know. Depending on, I use our rib rub, but there's a lot of sugar in it, and that's not super great for a long cook. Pretty boring, and just use salt and pepper generally. Maybe throw some other shit on there. Sometimes it's just like, what's in your drawer, Here's some old shit that's been in here for a long time. Wonder what this will taste like. We've all done it.
Yeah.
I don't know, was this a thing when you guys were growing up? But my mother, she still has like these old fucking spice racks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and they're like 50 years old. They've never been opened. It's just like,
I think I've had the same thing of Tony Chachere's for about 20 years. It's as solid as a rock now, but if you bang it on the counter hard enough or jam a fork in there, you can usually get enough to come out. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Wayne, what would you season your butt with?
Salt, pepper, yes. Probably some garlic or some onion. Maybe I'd use a binder of
This
something sweet.
motherfucker's calling me back. Sorry. Yes, sir.
I am off work. Quit talking to me about barbecue.
Yes, sir. I apologize.
That is just the personal answer to why you don't have a fucking grill in your backyard.
Yeah.
That's what you really want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just me projecting. That's what I really want to say. Don't fucking bother me on my day off.
He said it. And he's emphatically said it. Okay.
Your
Brandon,
turn.
hope that helps. Good luck.
Yeah.
If you need to know what to cook that pork butt on, see answer number 1. All right. Melissa Hartman writes in and says, what barbecue side dish could disappear forever and none of you would give a shit? Love the podcast. Thanks. No, Melissa, thank you. Thank you very much. I kind of feel that way about coleslaw. It has to be a certain kind of coleslaw for me to really be into it. Love potato salad. I'm a potato salad guy. I also love baked beans. I love those really stupid sweet baked beans. We don't sell those at the restaurant, but if I go somewhere and they're there, I like sneak some on there. And I'm like, I like those.
Lima beans. If lima beans disappeared off the menu, off of everyone's menu forever, I wouldn't be disappointed.
I'm with you. That's a better answer than mine.
I just don't see the point.
I would say potato salad.
Oh,
Hear me out, right?
oh!
No,
Coming
fuck
from
you.
coming from the coming from the potato famine in Ireland, he's
Fucking
just
exactly, right? Fucking exactly. As an Irishman,
fuck that word.
potatoes should be fucking hot, right? Not mushed up with mustard and all kinds of other shit. That's, like at near freezing. It should be hot and possibly a nice smooth creamy mash. But
Okay.
get your cold ass potato salad and get that some bitch out of here.
Okay, fair enough. I also love hot potatoes. I love potatoes of all kinds. But whatever makes you happy, we're all entitled to be happy from different things. So, cool. Well, there you go, Melissa. I wonder what Melissa's answer is. Write back and tell us. Wayne, it's your turn. We got a few more. Travis.
Well, I have no. I'm going straight for Matthew Gregory because
Okay.
I was not in agreement with this. It
Okay.
says you guys of all people should be ashamed of liking the McRib.
I don't think it was a
If you-
consensus.
If you'll go back and look at the video, I'm sitting there just kind of going,
That's true. Wayne never said. I
I'm-
honestly, I don't.
yeah, I'm not a
don't think
McRib
I-
person.
I don't think I said that I liked it. I think that was a Justin.
That was
and Vic
over the
thing.
top, Justin. He looks forward to those repeat times. So, but we all have our things.
We
what
do.
can I say? We
Like
were
I just-
imprinted when we were young, and some things just stick with you, even though they may not be the highest quality. They may not even
No.
be what they pretend or say that they are.
I
It
think
doesn't matter.
That was everything we ate in our childhood. Like that was, I think I liked the McRib when I was little. I remember getting a McRib. The last time I had a McRib, honestly, I was in 8th grade after the Motley Crue concert in Shreveport, Louisiana, with my ears still bleeding. Our buddy's dad took us to McDonald's at like 1 a.m, and that's what I ate. And I think that's probably the last time I had one. That was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. They're kind of a guilty pleasure. Right? I get the Irish thing because for like the last 300 years, any ribs that have ever been eaten in Ireland have been fucking boiled. We call it bodice, right? Boiled ribs. So for us folks over here, the mac rib was kind of as close as we could get to that delectable American cuisine without having to pay for a flight. And I think it's kind of imprinted on everybody, however long it was
Yeah.
here. And it's just one of those things.
yeah. I make my comparison to the Pop-Tart. Growing up with cold Pop-Tarts, it's like I love great French pastries, but you can stick a fucking brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tart in front of me, and it doesn't stand a chance. It's just I know everything about this is killing me. Yet I'm going to eat it anyway.
Fuck yeah.
You know?
Do you like the crust? I know a lot of people break the crust off a Pop-Tart and discard it, but that was my favorite part.
I eat it. I love it all. I just eat it all. There's not a part of it. I'm disappointed at the Pop-Tart minis because they just haven't figured out how to fucking get the sugar coating across from end to end. It's like they skimp on more sugar. And so I hate it. It's like the toppings they condense it. It's like a daub instead of, like, figure it out, folks.
Well, there you go, Matthew. I'd like to know though, Matthew, right back, what's your guilty pleasure? If it's not the McRib, I know you got something in there. What is it?
Yeah.
If you have the courage, let us know. I think this one is easy, and we'll move on. This will be like 20 seconds. Travis McDaniel, thanks for writing. Travis wants to know, what's the most overrated barbecue trick people keep repeating online? Cheers, you bunch of legends. Oh, you're a sweetheart, Travis. Again, I think this is really easy and unanimous. It's the fucking beef tallow. Boys, are you there?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've said from the beginning that beef tallow used as a binder for the rub makes all the sense in the world. After that point, I don't see where it does a damn bit of good.
Okay. Yeah. I think Justin would say the same exact thing because we already kind of did say that.
Yeah.
This next one's easy too. I said this last week. Corey Whitaker, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever completely fucked up during a backyard cook? The first brisket that I had to try to cook in Virginia, I threw it in the river like a Frisbee at 5 a.m. and was severely hungover. Like, I remember that night, Jen, like, leaning over me, like, checking to see if I was breathing. I was so hardcore passed out. That pint of Carolina moonshine is no joke. We drank it all. Not good. Not good for the brisket cook.
No.
But the brisket was really the problem. It was a scrawny piece of shit with no fat on it and some weird cooker that someone had in the backyard. No bueno.
Yeah, I turned 20 burgers into cement hockey pucks a couple of years ago. They were, I cannot describe the gray, devoid of any flavor or taste. Even copious amounts of mustard, ketchup, barbecue could not take away from these things, which were absolute teat smashers. They were just, that was the big one for me.
And how did you do that?
Burgers are relatively easy.
What was the distraction, Vic?
Yeah, there was probably one or too many beers and just too many people and talk, bitch, So, yeah.
I don't think Wayne's ever fucked up anything.
No, I did. I was cooking a bunch of chicken when I was 10 for a party at my house, like a birthday party. And I was determined I was going to cook, and I had chicken, and I burnt the living shit out of it while it was still raw. So, I mean, everything about it was just the most disastrous thing ever. It was blackened to a pulp and yet bleeding at the same time. And, kids were just, I caught a lot of grief for that. My dad was kind of like, yeah, you really kind of cocked that up. And I'm like, thanks for the support. But yeah, and I was on top of it. But I made a giant fire, and while the meat was still on the grill, and it's just, the whole thing was a disaster. He just let me do it, and he taught me a lesson. Maybe you should know what you're doing before you just jump into shit. So
yeah, but you know what? What a cool thing to do for a parent, just go have a go, right?
Yeah.
What a cool, because a lot of parents are like, get the fuck away from the fire. It's too hot. You burn your face, and what a cool thing to do. Whether you fucked it up or not, irrelevant. What a cool way to parent.
I can only imagine him standing off in the house, looking through the window as I'm dousing more lighter fluid under this fire, and these chickens are like all in flames, Hades chicken, and I could just look at him just going, Jesus Christ, man, if I only could video this, this would be great at some point in time. But yeah, he let me suffer through it all. So thanks, Dad.
Yeah. And just for the record, like I said, you did that 50 years ago, Wayne. So, Yeah, well, it kept me off the grill probably for another 5 years. I can tell you that. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to endure that kind of embarrassment again for a while. As long as we've known each other, we have never cooked a meal for each other or together to enjoy. We always go out, which is also fine. That's fine. I'm just saying. Maybe one day. Big Bend, we can go to Big Bend and
I've been thinking about that too. I would love to go back.
There's
something truly magical about that place.
And I've never been.
Oh
I
man.
want to go.
And we'll have to stop in Marathon
Please.
at the Gage Motel.
Yeah.
Across the street, across the railroad tracks, they have an 11-acre garden that's this unbelievable oasis in the middle of the desert. It's the most incredible thing. It's the least likely thing you would ever expect to see in the middle of the desert. It's badass. So for those of you who head out that way, if you're mule deer hunting, that's a lot of, trophy mule deer come out of that area. Go ask to go see the garden, the Gage Garden. It's incredible.
Dude, podcast on the road.
Yeah.
Big Bend.
You ain't got to twist my arm. I'll take this shit on the road full time. I don't give a fuck.
I think it was a 4-day, 3-night tour down the Rio Grande with a touring company, a private event. And we had giant rafts and set everything up on a bank for lunch, for breakfast, for dinner, for camping that next night. And the whole thing was just so incredibly cool. And the canyons themselves were just unbelievable. And how clear the sky is, and how bright the moon is, and how much it just illuminates off of the canyon walls. It's like it truly is like daytime in a full moon out there. It is so bright. If you've never been there and never experienced that, you can't get there soon enough. It's really cool.
What time of year did you go, or do you like to go? Is the fall the best?
November.
Yeah.
Because you're still hitting 70, 75 degrees, maybe even 80 degrees during the day. It gets cold as shit at night. You may be in the upper 20s at night.
Whoa.
Yeah. But during the day, it's perfect weather. You don't want to go in August. You don't want to go necessarily in May. But March, November, I bet even December, February might be just too cold all the way around. But yeah, it's the desert, man. I mean,
Right.
There's no humidity. Nothing holds. You get the sunlight, you get hot, you get darkness, you get cold. Is what it is.
It's a bucket list for me, for sure.
Yeah,
Especially to go with you, as much as we've talked about it.
for sure. I'm down. We should do it.
Well, guys, thanks for listening again this week to the Smokeless Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, follow us on Instagram, smokeless_podcast. Find us on YouTube at Smokeless Podcast. And stay tuned. Next week, got a hell of a guest, Jess Pryles. We're going to be talking about her new book coming out called Primal Cuts. Looks amazing. She's super rad. Can't wait to talk to her. Also, guys, we need plate or hate submissions. So be sure and send us those photos. Tag us, Smokeless Podcast. Tell us about it, though. What'd you cook? Where'd you cook it? How'd you cook it? Give us all the background you can so that we can either plate it or hate it. You guys have been sending us some good stuff. We need something to talk some shit about. So dig out the embarrassing stuff and send it in, and give us a good laugh. And who knows? Maybe we can help you recover and do better next time. But as always, on behalf of Justin, who's not here today, but we'll be back soon, and Wayne, and the fifth Beatle, Vic Berry, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.